This is how you avoid career suicide. Because you know what? It is impossible to outperform your own self-image. Now let me explain what I mean by that. You cannot outperform your own self-image, and this is something that I struggled with throughout my corporate accounting and advisory career, and I just didn't understand it at the time. The thing is, it didn't matter how hard I worked, it didn't matter how many training courses I did, it didn't matter how many seminars I went to, how many performance reviews I prepared for, how many books I read, how many podcasts I listened to. I always found myself hitting that performance ceiling. And it was so frustrating and annoying for me because I knew I was smart. I knew I was a hard worker. I knew I was trying to do all the right things, all the extra work, all the hours, all the networking, all these things. But I still wasn't making the progress that I wanted to be making. And I didn't know why. I blamed everyone. I blamed my clients, I blamed my bosses, I blamed my colleagues, I blamed the economy, I blamed politicians, I blamed pandemics, all these different things, I blamed them all. But I didn't understand the way this works, the way it works for all of us when it comes to performance on a deeper psychological and neurological level. And that's what I mean. You can't outperform your own self-image. Because when it came to my own self-image, I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought I wasn't smart enough. I thought I hadn't gone to the right schools. I hadn't had the right upbringing. I thought I didn't deserve to be in the room with my colleagues, with my clients. I thought everyone is smarter than me, everyone's more outgoing than me, everyone's more of an extrovert than me, everyone knows the things to say and the hands to shake and the things to do to get ahead. I didn't know any of this, and maybe I did know it, maybe I didn't know it, but the thing is, I told myself that I didn't know enough. I told myself that I wasn't enough. And that's why I kept hitting these performance ceilings, because I thought I didn't deserve the promotions. I thought I didn't deserve the pay rises. I thought I didn't deserve a voice in my client meetings. Now, I don't know if this sounds familiar or not, but when you go into either a client discussion or maybe performance management discussions with the partners or directors, I didn't think I deserved all these things. I didn't think I deserved the promotions. I didn't think I deserved the best clients, the best projects, the pay rises and so on. I didn't think I was good enough. And it's only when we change those thoughts, it's only when we change that mindset that I'm not good enough. The client's always right, I'm always wrong. The client knows best, I have to do what they say. The client says jump, I have to say how high. It's only when we stop thinking that way. It's only when we remind ourselves, we have to remind ourselves again and again and again, I do belong in the room. I am an expert. I am an advisor. I will say this time and time again until I'm blue in the face. Accountants, client managers, advisors, you are the magicians of the business world. You can see things that other people cannot see. You can do things that other people cannot do. And yet you sit there and tell yourself, I'm not good enough. I'm an introvert, I'm a bean counter, I'm not a natural salesperson. You tell yourself these stories again and again and again, and that's why so many times our self-image can be damaged. And I say this from bitter failure and experience. It doesn't have to be like this. Remind yourself that you belong. Remind yourself that you have the skills and abilities to make it happen. You can make it count for your clients, for your colleagues, for your clients' businesses, for their lives, and as many different groups, as many different people as you want. You weren't just here to be a bean counter. You weren't just here to sell business planning sessions and cash flow forecasting. You were put here to make a difference. And I 100% believe that. So next time you go into a meeting or you go into a client discussion or any kind of interaction, maybe it's time to take up some space. Hold your head a little bit higher, stand a little bit taller, assert your authority in the room. And I know it's difficult, I know it can feel so awkward at times, but just remind yourself, you deserve this. You didn't come this far to only come this far. Improve your self-image, lift it up, shine a light on yourself, because you can't outperform your own self-image, but you can transform your own self-image. Back yourself. Remember that you belong, and start being truly capable of everything that you can be. It's never too late to become the person that you were always meant to be.